Before you can legally start the engine and begin accelerating down a runway, you must prove you are authorized to be there. That requires current, physical documentation. The paperwork a pilot needs scales based on their certification level. The paperwork an aircraft needs operates on strict regulatory expiration triggers. Under 14 CFR Part 61.3, these documents must be in your physical possession or readily accessible inside the aircraft. They do not count if they are sitting on your desk at home or in your car. This physical verification is a hard legal gateway. Without the paperwork on board, the flight is grounded. This diagram compares the baseline pilot requirements. For a student pilot flying solo, the left column shows 4 mandatory items: a student pilot certificate, a government-issued photo ID, a medical certificate, and a logbook. That logbook requires a specific endorsement from an authorized instructor for the exact make and model of the aircraft to be flown. That instructor's signature is only valid for the 90 days immediately preceding the date of the flight. This window does not reset automatically. If it expires, you cannot legally fly solo until your instructor writes a new endorsement. Once you hold a private pilot certificate, the right column shows the new standard. The logbook requirement drops off, leaving only the certificate, ID, and medical. The logbook acts as a mandatory pre-flight gate for students to ensure active instructor oversight remains in place during early training. This matrix outlines the expiration rules for a third-class medical certificate, dictated entirely by your age at the exam. If you are under 40, your medical is valid for 60 calendar months. If you are 40 or older, it is valid for 24 calendar months. But physical reality overrides paper currency. You cannot legally act as a crew member if you develop a known medical condition that makes you unsafe, regardless of what the calendar says. This logic tree maps the aircraft side of the equation, known as the AERO protocol: airworthiness, registration, radio station license, operating limitations, and weight and balance. The airworthiness certificate has no printed expiration date and relies entirely on active maintenance compliance. Registration ignores maintenance entirely and runs on a fixed timeline, expiring every 7 calendar years or when the aircraft changes ownership. The radio station license is situational. You generally only need it when operating internationally. Verifying operating limitations requires checking the printed flight manual, as well as the physical placards and instrument markings posted throughout the cockpit. Finally, the documented weight and balance data must exactly match the current physical equipment configuration of the aircraft. This verification process forces you to cross-reference static paper dates against the physical maintenance and configuration of the machine. Confirming this physical documentation is a definitive action that must happen before you start the engine and the propeller ever turns. You verify your pilot certificates, confirm medical validity against your age, and validate the AERO documents against the aircraft's physical condition. Aviation paperwork is the legal proof of safety that authorizes every flight.